I'm Adam Booth and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Right, so some disappointing news, yet fully understandable, that George Groves has just announced via his social media on Instagram. I shall put a link to this particular one where he releases quite a lengthy article where he says that he's now retiring from the sport of boxing. But of course wants to remain within boxing, and he understands what people say, but you're still young enough and there's still some big fights out there for you. He gets all that, but that's one of the reasons why he wants to retire. Of course, he got to the final of the World Boxing Super Series where he defended his world title, his Super WBA Super Middleweight world title, and he ended up losing to Callum Smith via knockout. But of course, a lot of it is he's been injured, all that kind of thing, but he wants to get out while he's still fit, while he's still young, while he's still healthy. He's got a young family, all that kind of thing. So it's understandable, and, you know, we always say that some boxers just don't know when to hang it up, okay? But George Groves, he's taken it and just said, listen, you know, I've earned enough money now. I've done what I set out to do, which was to become a world champion. And everything else after that was a bonus. But of course, losing and now having to climb his way back up, I suppose, isn't really that appealing to him anymore. And now he's decided to hang up his gloves. So, of course, we all wish him the best. I mean, I've enjoyed watching him over the years. Both fights with Carl Froch, the one with Badou Jack as well, with Martin Murray, against Chris Eubank Jr., against Callum Smith. We've seen George Groves with James DeGale. He's been in there with some of the best and defeated them all. Well, I'll say all of them. With Carl Froch, the first one, arguably he stopped too early. Who knows how that fight would have went. Not saying that Carl Froch wouldn't have stopped him at some point anyway. But the rematch was comprehensive, of course. Badou Jack, again, for me, I thought that George Groves just nicked that one. But it is what it is. So he's taken it as, I don't want to be seen as somebody who didn't know when to hang it up. And it's fair play to him. Obviously, he's been hampered with injuries over the years as well. And most notably, the most recent one, his shoulder popped in the final round or so against Chris Eubank Jr. And then he had to take some time off, go through some rehabilitation, and then end up having to chase the date for the World Boxing Super Series final against Callum Smith. Of course, he went into that fight believing he was going to win. But was it a case of, did he know he was injured? Listen, who knows? But either way, George Groves has now decided to hang up the gloves, and he will bow out with his chin held high, and that's exactly what he should do. As I said, he's provided us with some great fights over the years, a lot of talking points, and anyway. So that's the news. As I said, I'll put a link in the description box so you guys can go read his entire statement over there on Instagram. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.